F-Zero is set in the 26th century, where racers from around the galaxy compete in high-stakes, high-speed races using anti-gravity vehicles. The game features four playable racers, each piloting a unique vehicle with different stats like speed, handling, and durability. These vehicles race across 15 tracks spread over multiple leagues: Knight, Queen, and King. F-Zero became an instant classic upon release and is credited with helping launch the SNES successfully. Its technical innovations, including Mode 7, set it apart from other racing games of the time, influencing many future racing titles, including Mario Kart. The game also introduced Captain Falcon, a character who became a fan favorite in the Super Smash Bros. Series. Although F-Zero for SNES lacked multiplayer, it was praised for its challenging AI, fast-paced gameplay, and polished track design. The success of this game led to several sequels across different Nintendo consoles, further expanding on its futuristic racing concept. It remains one of the standout early racing games in video game history, especially in terms of speed and technical innovation. One of the most significant achievements in F-Zero was its use of Mode 7 graphics, a graphical mode available on the SNES that allowed for the manipulation of 2D sprites to create a pseudo-3D effect. This technology enabled the developers to simulate high-speed racing by rotating and scaling background layers, giving players the impression of moving quickly through a three-dimensional space. F-Zero was developed by Nintendo's internal team, including key members like Kazunori Shimizu, producer, Hiroshi Yamauchi, designer, and Katsuhiro Iguchi, planner. This team was tasked with creating a unique racing experience that would distinguish the game from other titles on the market. Despite the advances in graphics, the development team faced limitations inherent to the SNES hardware. Ensuring that the game ran smoothly while maintaining graphical quality was a significant challenge. The developers had to strike a balance between challenging gameplay and accessibility. While they wanted to create a game that was difficult enough to keep players engaged, they also aimed to make it approachable for new players. F-Zero was a commercial success for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, and contributed significantly to the platform's early library. While exact sales numbers vary by source, F-Zero is estimated to have sold over 1.1 million copies worldwide during its initial run. This made it one of the best-selling titles on the SNES and a significant contributor to the console's early success. The game's innovative design and gameplay received widespread acclaim from both critics and players, contributing to its popularity. It is often cited in lists of the best SNES games and was praised for its graphics, speed, and gameplay mechanics. F-Zero won several awards and accolades shortly after its release, solidifying its status as a classic and a must-play title for SNES owners. Over the years, F-Zero has been re-released on various platforms, including the Nintendo Virtual Console, the SNES Classic Edition, and as part of compilations. These re-releases have introduced the game to new generations of players, contributing to its overall legacy and sales. As of the latest reports, the total sales across all versions, including digital re-releases, are estimated to exceed 1.5 million copies. This includes the impact of its inclusion in collections and virtual console offerings, allowing fans to experience the game on modern systems. The use of Mode 7 graphics allowed for impressive scaling and rotation, giving the game its signature pseudo-3D look. However, this graphical mode had limitations, such as the inability to render complex objects or detailed textures. As a result, the track designs and backgrounds were relatively simplistic compared to later racing games that utilized more advanced graphics. Some players reported inconsistencies with the collision detection in the game. For example, collisions with walls or other vehicles could sometimes behave unexpectedly, leading to crashes or loss of control that felt unfair or frustrating. This issue was particularly notable when trying to maneuver around tight corners. The energy meter mechanic, which penalized players for crashing, could sometimes behave erratically. In certain situations, players would lose more energy than expected after collisions, which could lead to abrupt race endings. F-Zero did not have a built-in save function, requiring players to complete entire leagues in one sitting to unlock new tracks and characters. This was a common limitation for SNES games, but could be frustrating for players who wanted to progress at their own pace. The AI-controlled opponents could be inconsistent in their behavior. In some races, they would exhibit overly aggressive driving, while in others, they might get stuck or fail to navigate the track properly. This unpredictability could affect the balance of the race and lead to frustrating experiences.